There once was a boy who lived on an island. He had been born there, had grown up there, had spent every day of his waking life on this island. It was a beautiful island, full of natural resources and tropical fruits. And he loved to roam throughout the island, exploring the beaches and the hills. Crystal clear water surrounded him as far as the eye could see. But his favorite thing to do on this island was to climb a tall tree at the very center of the land. It was so high that he had never actually been to the top. He would climb day after day, a little bit higher, but always terrified of the dizzying heights that he would reach as he neared the upper branches. One day, after years of climbing, he finally reached the tippy top. As he calmed himself and looked out at the horizon all around him, he saw for the very first time, way off in the distance, the majestic cliffs of a mainland. Something he had never seen before. Something he never knew existed. And even from this distance, he could tell this land was different. It was beautiful. It intrigued him. As he scampered back down the branches, he knew he could never unsee it, and he would never be the same because of that. An age of technology which is incredible. It seems like everything is possible. Pretty soon we'll have flying cars, an outpost on Mars may be imminent. Sentient AI seems right around the corner. And yet, for as much as we've advanced in technology, little to no progress has been made in answering the mystery of all mysteries. Answering perhaps life's most important question. What is death? And what, if anything, comes after it? We've barely made any progress from the ancient peoples who talked about how to reach heaven, or nirvana, or Valhalla. And yet here we are asking ourselves that same question after so many years: what lies beyond? Do you ever feel suffering? Just life? Ever feel like it's pointless? Do you go day after day in a sort of Groundhog Day experience where you're repeating the same thing over and over, and you ask yourself, for what? Even when things go well, when everything goes exactly the way you want it to, you ever step back and ask yourself, yeah, but what is it all for? Do you see the things that happen in the world around you? Do they scare you? Do they upset you? They cause you to get angry. There are millions of people who walk around this island with no desire to climb that tree. But perhaps you, if you experience that pain, you do look for something more. We all live on an island of sorts. This beautiful earth that surrounds us. Science attempts to answer this question of heaven with knowledge. Religion attempts to answer it with faith. Most people simply resort to the authority of the one who they believe in. But saddest of all are the millions of people who walk on this island every day, who are too scared or too uninterested to climb that tree. I have experienced heaven. I've been there. Now, I'm no less human than you are. I get impatient. We have bad days. We wade through negativity. Materialism threatens to distract us. The things we don't understand threaten to take us down. I get grumpy. You get impatient. I change my children's diapers. We struggle to understand marriage and relationships. We're the same, you and I. I haven't spent 30 years in a cave. I'm not a master of Zen, nor am I a mystic monk. I don't practice extreme asceticism, nor do I spend hours every day in a church. But I have experienced heaven. Not the heaven that comes after death, but heaven on earth. Not a there and a then, but a here and a now. As we walked down to film today, the crew asked what we were going to talk about. And I said, we're going to talk about heaven. And immediately the responses were, does heaven exist? Is heaven real? And one of the crew members turned to me and said, or is heaven right here and right now? I have experienced a place of perfect peace. A state where everything makes sense. A place where time doesn't matter. Where there's perfect union between body, mind, and soul. And after experiencing this state, like that young boy, I've come to realize that we don't have to die to experience heaven. When the body orgasms, it is an unparalleled concentration of energy, literally explosive. And when you can experience that orgasm in a perfect state, it's ecstasy. It's freeing. Time freezes. In many ways, it is the climax, the culmination of what our physical bodies can experience. The soul reaching that type of orgasm is in heaven. It's ecstasy. The soul can reach this place where a fountain of energy comes up from within, giving you joy, giving you peace, giving you answers to questions you never even knew you had. And once you experience that ecstasy, you can't unsee it. J.R. Tolkien, in his Lord of the Rings, presents us with a terrifyingly beautiful analogy. Legolas, one of the elves, living on Middle-earth, receives a warning. Now, the elves had the ability to pass over the sea into the west, their elven heaven, whenever they would choose to do so. Legolas, as a young elf, or young in their years, had no intention of passing to the west, as he wanted to enjoy his time on Middle-earth, but he receives the warning. And the warning is, if he is to go close to the sea and hears the cry of a seagull, he will never ever be able to hear a seagull again without feeling an incredible nostalgia. I am the voice of a seagull to you. I'm not here to tell you how to reach heaven, because there's a million ways to do it. But I am here to tell you that heaven exists. I am here to tell you that you can find answers to things you never thought there were answers to. If you lived on this island, would you dare to climb that tree? If you were presented with that pop culture image of two pills, one which allowed you to know the truth and one which kept you living the life you lived up until now, would you choose the pill that would allow you to see the truth? There are millions who have no desire to climb that tree, but you perhaps do. If you feel a sense of longing in yourself for something greater, blessed are you. If you feel that desire to find more meaning in your life, blessed are you. If you feel pain and you want to find answers, perhaps to questions you never even know you had, blessed are you. If your heart desires to find deeper things and you believe that you can experience heaven on earth, blessed are you. My desire for you is that you hear my voice and it be like the voice of a seagull reminding you of the sea. I invite you to take that invitation and to discover whether you too can experience heaven on earth.